In this last lesson, we're going to play around with using the same technique of painting on a layer mask to create a sense of depth of field, or that controlling what is in focus and what is not. So what we're going to do is we're going to just take the layer here and duplicate it. The easiest way to do that is select the layer and then hold Control down or Command on a Mac and hit J. That'll make a copy of it. You can also right click and duplicate the layer. Then we're going to want to blur this layer. And there's lots of different filters that do this. So if you come up here to the filter and blur, you can play around with these. I like the Gaussian blur, so that's what we're going to select. Go ahead and choose Gaussian blur. Then I want you to look at the leaves over here. I want you to play around with, too much blur and you can't even tell what it is. Not enough blur and you're not going to see the effect. So I'm going to play around with it. Looks like about, on this example, around 2 for my radius. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. And then again, we're going to be painting black and white on this mask. Well, where is the mask? There isn't a mask. How do you add a mask, a layer mask, to a layer? It's really easy. You just come down here to the bottom of the layers and click on this icon that looks like a Japanese flag, the Add Raster Mask layer, and it will be white just like normal. I want my paintbrush to be black, so first I'm going to hit D, which changes these colors to the default. And then I'm going to hit X to swap black to the top. So that was really a quick and easy way. If you remember those keyboard shortcuts, you can always hit this button right here, which will change it to the default, and then hit these arrows to swap them. I'm painting on the mask. You can tell that because it's right down here. And this time, again, we want the pressure sensitivity. So I have that set. And I like to just reveal the centers of the flowers here in nice sharp focus. There's some really cool little flecks of color in the middle that look neat when they're in nice sharp focus. And I'm going to leave the edges of the flowers out of focus, even coming up this one. So I want to see just the middle of this flower, nice sharp focus, and maybe this one, maybe middle of this one. So you get the idea. It's, again, we're just painting on the mask. I'm going to hold Alt down and click on the mask over here. You can see where we've been painting, and you hold Alt down and you can click on it again to hide and reveal the layer mask. So we've taken a filter and we've put a hole in that. So you could really do this with any filter. Play around. I know a lot of people enjoy doing all these different kinds of crazy fun stylized filters. In fact, let's try one. We're going to duplicate this again. I'm just going to hide the depth of field version. We'll come up here to the filters. I don't know, stylized, maybe find edges. Those are kind of crazy and fun. Put a mask on the top of it and then just start revealing the flower underneath. Okay, so that could be kind of a fun, creative technique. Just explore how can you combine these concepts to create something really unique and really interesting.